I think one of the biggest Thunderbolts asterisk theories for Bucky just got debunked by accident. Sebastian Stan's comments about Bucky set up a perspective future that I think debunks a major Thunderbolts asterisk theory for the MCU. Bucky Barnes has been in the MCU timeline since 2011's Captain America. The first Avenger, though his story as a brainwashed Hydra assassin wouldn't be explored until Captain America, the Winter Soldier 3 years later. The tale of Steve Rogers' best friend turned enemy turned friend again was one that drew in audiences for its emotional impact as much as it did its action scenes, making the character a core figure in the franchise as it evolved. However, a key Thunderbolts asterisk theory suggests that Bucky's story could come to an end soon in the upcoming MCU movie. With the initial Thunderbolts asterisk script reportedly killing off the entire team, it doesn't seem impossible that the final cut of the film might have some major deaths, which could place the former Winter Soldier on the chopping block. That said, Bucky's own actor appears to have challenged this theory in a seemingly inadvertent way. In an October 2024 interview with GQ, Sebastian Stan noted his hopes to act alongside Robert Downey Jr. in Avengers. Doomsday Now, the latter actor will be returning to the franchise in the role of Doctor Doom, stating, "I hope I'm in a scene with him." Given Thunderbolts asterisk has finished filming, it seems like Stan would know if his character was dead and thus unable to return for future installments, meaning his comments about appearing in the next Avengers release seem to very much suggest Bucky will survive the events of Thunderbolts asterisk. Of course, this could be a red herring comment, intended to make sure Bucky's fate isn't known until Thunderbolts asterisk releases in cinemas. If the Thunderbolts asterisk death theory were to be true and Bucky were set to die in the MCU movie, this would be a major twist that Marvel wouldn't want spoiled before the film's debut. However, MCU actors who have had to hide specific details about their movies have tended to instead be very vague in their statements, making this possible interpretation seem unlikely, especially because teasing a future appearance that cannot happen would be a somewhat needless approach. The MCU has effectively pulled off a lot of impactful and emotional hero deaths throughout its run, with the death of Iron Man in Avengers, Endgame being one of the biggest moments in the franchise's entire run. However, killing Bucky off in Thunderbolts asterisk would risk undermining the point of his entire arc thus far, with his redemption arc and steady growth only recently coming to real fruition with his last MCU appearance in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Having the immediate installment after Barnes comes to terms with his past and the demons within it kill him off seems like a waste of his overall story, since there's a lot of interesting potential in exploring how the character will go forward now he's been able to make amends and deal with the horrors of his time as the Winter Soldier. Similarly, with so many new heroes in the fold, having figures with more established histories is also crucial for the franchise to balance things, meaning keeping Bucky alive seems as though it would be a wise move. While Bucky is set to join the MCU's Thunderbolts team shortly, this doesn't preclude him from also being a part of the Avengers, and his history makes him more than likely to want to join other heroes in protecting his world from new threats. If Captain America, Brave New Worlds tease that the US government is trying to be involved in the formation of a new iteration of the Avengers turns out to play a key role in its revival, then it could actively make most sense for them to encourage Bucky to also be a part of this group, since he appears to already be working for them in Thunderbolts asterisk. Whatever the case is here, I can't help but think it makes sense to include Bucky in Avengers. Doomsday, since he's one of the core remaining MCU heroes audiences are still familiar with and fans of from the earlier phases of the franchise. Combine this with the prospect of seeing Doctor Doom's armor facing up against Bucky's mechanical arm, and the concept Sebastian Stan puts forward for his Marvel character seems too good to ignore. unless this prior comment about Bucky is concealing a tragic fate in Thunderbolts * that will now only surprise me all the more.